The Dunbar Neighborhood Garden is a community garden. It's open to all San Marcos residents. They don't have to live in the Dunbar neighborhood. And it's a part of the San Marcos Neighborhood Garden system. Right now there's two gardens. There's the Dunbar Garden and the Alamo Garden. The gardeners' experience levels vary, and that's what makes it a great place to garden. There are people that have had 40 years of gardening experience under their belt, and then there's people that have had 0 years of gardening experience. And when you get these people working alongside each other, it's just a really great way for the inexperienced gardeners to learn a little bit more. And I think the more experienced folks think it's a rewarding experience to be able to kind of teach people.
My mama was a big gardener, and I've always been around the garden, and I like growing things. I live in the downtown area, Hopkins Street, and where I live is real shaded, so it's hard to grow anything. So when they first started this garden, I was real interested to have full sun to be able to have a garden. It's hard to grow stuff in shade. It gets, everybody a chance to have their own garden, to raise their own produce, instead of having to go to H-E-B and buy, Frankenfarm vegetables.
The food bank plots are two 20-foot by 20-foot plots, and they're managed by volunteers from the garden. Every now and then we'll also get volunteers from the Hays County Food Bank or from Food is Free San Marcos or other organizations to come and help out. But basically they're run by volunteers, and all of the produce is donated to the Hays County Food Bank. The garden opened about 2 years ago, and we've donated over 2,000 pounds of fresh food. We are on a waiting list, which is really exciting. I'm glad to see that there's that many people in our community that want to garden. The waiting list isn't long, and also our other garden, Alamo, does have open plots. So whenever I get somebody that is really disappointed that they can't jump right into gardening, I send them over to Alamo, also a really awesome garden.
Anybody who wants to get involved in doing a community garden, they got to look at it as it's going to be more than just go do it part-time. It takes a commitment. There's certain times a year where you don't have to spend a lot of time, but if you want to do this, you're going to have to put away some time where each week you need to be out here pulling weeds, watering, and harvesting. During harvest time, you need to harvest, and because if you don't, you leave your plants unattended. They get diseases. The diseases spread to the other gardeners. So it does require some work, but you get a good benefit afterwards, and you've been able to grow your own plants.